Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. In today's episode, I wanted to talk to the people in this world where they feel like robbing is okay. And the main motivation behind this podcast episode is that, so there's this new singer slash rapper that's been kind of blowing up in the scenes and stuff. Her name is Ice Spice. She mainly does, you know what, I'm just gonna call her a musician, because I don't know, I haven't really heard her sing, but I feel like that it could be in her future one of these days, right? So anyways, but yeah, I'm pretty sure people have heard that name before in the, you know, music community. She had like a song that pretty much became a meme. You Thought I Was Feeling You, that song. Now she got this new song out called That Boy's a Liar, I think. And yeah, it's like she's been blowing up in the music scene and stuff, and I'm like, you know, it's good to see that. It's good to see that. But I guess, you know, with a lot of rappers today, one of the first things that, maybe not one of the first things, but one of the things that they do throughout their rap career is buy a chain. And I guess to overall explain, like, why do rappers buy, you know, big old fat expensive looking chains? It's kind of like, how can I place it? I feel like when a rapper, when they've made it to like a certain, you know, like moment in their career, I feel like it's kind of equivalent to a basketball player winning, you know, the finals, or a football player winning the Super Bowl, or a soccer player winning the World Cup. I feel like in the rap community, when you have made it to a status to where you're just killing it in the music scenes, I feel like that is one of the things that you overall do. You spend your money on something, and yeah, it's just, and you show off. You show off a little bit. You know, I've seen where a lot of rappers have done that. I think that's been a thing that's been around for a while. But one thing that happens with these rappers that do go out and buy chains is that if they don't have proper people surrounding them, meaning security, yeah, they're bound to getting their chain snatched. So some guy, I guess, had been bragging on social media about how he snatched Ice Spice's chain, and it's not even like, the thing is this. I'm not trying to make it seem like that Ice Spice is, you know, she's somebody that can't defend herself. But I'm like, if I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you guys, I don't know. I feel like, all right, and I could be wrong, but I feel like that she's a defenseless woman. Okay, meaning that if some 6 foot, however big dude runs up on her and decides to, you know, rob her and snatch her chain, she doesn't look like the type of person that can defend, especially if that person is holding a gun. So I don't know what Ice Spice knows, and I don't want to make that assumption that she don't know nothing, but at the same time, I'm like, how do you handle a situation like that? And that shouldn't even be a question that I should have to ask her, you know? Because, for one, the person shouldn't be out here snatching and robbing people's chains. My thing is this, and that's who I want to talk to, not to the Ice Spices of the world, but to the people that feel like they gotta snatch Ice Spice's chain and then brag about it on social media, showcase his face, all that stuff. For one, that's dumb right there. If you're gonna snatch somebody's chain, at least be secretive about it. Don't be out here bragging on social media like, oh yeah, I snatched Ice Spice's chain, all that stuff. That's not something to be proud of. Okay, you snatched a woman's chain. Do you want a prize for it? But no, that's just somebody that's wanting to take the easy way out. You know, like, cause I know a lot of people, especially in the environment that they're in, they want to get out of that environment. Meaning, there's people in this world that live in the hood and they want to get out of the hood. I feel like doing stuff like that is just putting you further and deeper in the hood. You're literally about to be the root of the hood, okay? So if you really want to get out of the hood, if you really want to make a name for yourself, because things like that, that's only going to land you in prison. You're going to you think you got away with it this time, but look at the guys that shot, robbed, and killed XXX Tentacion. Look at the situation that they're in right now. See, people don't bother to think about that. They see that time and opportunity, and I feel like a lot of people, they miss that sign. There are signs that you will see before you go out and decide to do some old crazy stuff like that. But there are signs where it's like you'll either hear on the news, oh man, shot and killed in a robbery attempt. Then you're thinking in your head, oh, well, I think I could get away with it because I'm smarter than that man, all right? Then as you're walking by and stuff, then you see somebody getting jumped in an alley. That's another sign. And you're thinking, oh man, you know, whatever happened to that guy, that's on him. Then you see Ice Spice. She got on this nice fancy chain. Now, you have that option. You're outside. You have that option to literally go around town, because if you are willing to put up that fight for a chain, right? You're willing to put up that fight. You have that time and you have that energy to literally go into any establishment, make a name for yourself at your house, just go overall, do something the right way. But you decided that you're going to run up on Ice Spice and snatch her chain. What's there to be proud of? Like, honestly, sit down and think about that. What is there to be proud of? Because I feel like what a lot of us, young men, young or old, if you're old snatching chains, I'm like, bruh, are you not worried about pulling a hamstring? I feel like you should. If you're an old man out here robbing people, I'm like, nah, man, you gotta stop. You gotta stop, because it's gonna get to a point where they ain't even gonna like try to like, you know, fight back. They just gonna throw you down on the ground and beat you, especially if you're an old man and stuff. But anyways, I feel like, yeah, with an old man, you're gonna take a lot longer to recover compared to somebody that's young, somebody that's like my age and stuff. But anyways. But I feel like what a lot of us young men, because it's the majority of us that, you know, that's doing these types of things, snatching chains, robbing and shooting and killing people and stuff, they're either younger than me or they're around my age. And it trips me out to just see people younger than me where I'm like, man, I would love to be at your position where you are this teenager, right? There would be teenagers, bro. I would love to be in your position right now, to just be a teenager and start all over again and start things the right way. Why? Because I feel like that I started things late. So I'm having to work on things late. I'm over here thinking like, oh, it's too late. It's this, it's that, blah, blah, blah. Why is my fan? Okay, there we go. I was trying to turn my fan on and things. But anyways, I would love to be a teenager all over again so I could do things the right way. But I can't. I have to live out my days, you know, from this age, 26, all the way up until the final age that I live. So that's where I'm at in life right now. So I would love to be in that position, but I'm not. So I gotta make the best out of what I got right now. But the thing is this: I never, have thought that it would be a good idea to go out and rob people. Never. It's like, even if that idea has crossed my mind at some point in time, where is that going to lead me? Jail, on the run. I'm not going to be able to show my face. I'm not going to be, because that's the thing what a lot of us need to understand. And that's even like talking on XXX Tentacion, his whole situation. It's like, you have to understand what day and age we're living in right now, where their technology is so advanced to where if you think you're going to get away with a robbery, you're not. Look at Pop Smoke. I thought that was the one case where, and I remember when that case was going on, and before the guys had got caught, that it was, I think it was the police department out there said that it's been extremely hard to find any leads or suspects and things because of COVID. And then I think, and then on top of that, people just wasn't really cooperating and stuff because, as you know, it's the police. People are like, you got some out there where they're all like, no, I don't cooperate with the cops and stuff. So it made it a little bit harder. And I had it convinced in my mind, those guys are never going to get caught. They're not. Those guys are probably out till this day bragging about it. I think it was either within that same year or the next year, they ended up getting caught. And I'm like, bro, like, What? How do you? And so those guys, I think that's what it was, is that they were still going out committing crimes and all that stuff. And I'm like, why is it that these guys decide whether it's somebody that's small or whether it's somebody that's big, meaning fame-wise, regardless, you're going to get caught. You are, because that's the thing where it's like somebody is going to get caught slipping, right? And so I think that's overall how they found out that, because I think one of the guys was already in jail. And then I think he ended up telling an informant what he overall had did and stuff, not realizing that he was an informant. And then, then the rest of the guys had got caught. So it was like, bro, you got to sit down. And then even the situation, that was with Pop Smoke. And then the situation with XXXTentacion, they got those guys on multiple cameras, right? They got those guys' cell phone locations, meaning that they knew exactly, so they can get a hold of their phone records, right? I don't know if they gotta go through their phone, the phone itself, or if they go to AT&T and just be all like, hey, do you guys like have a tracking thing on? Because I think all phones have like a some sort of tracker in it and stuff to let people know like where they're at. Because that's like why if you hear some situations, or like even in movies for an example, where they're all like, oh no, we gotta ditch our phones and stuff, and then they'll see where the people be driving some car, throw their phone out the window. I couldn't do it to my phone because I got the Galaxy Z Fold 4, so I'm like, I'll turn the phone off, but I'm not throwing this phone out the window because I'm like, I might be able to get away with it, and I want to be able to use my phone and stuff. So I'm like, nah, bruh. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and keep my phone. I'm like, I spent way too much money on this phone, but anyways, jokes aside though, but no, they got the guys as like a tracking device in people's phones, so they knew exactly where they were at. And guess where they were at? Surrounding that ex-rapper's car. Because all they had to do was just pinpoint where the ex-rapper was at the time of his death, right? And then pinpoint any phones in that location. Guess whose 4 phones was at that location? The 4 guys that got arrested for his murder. Then what's really dumb about it is that two of the guys, they both walked into the same dealership that XXXTentacion was at, right? Walked in to that dealership. So, of course, they're going to try to figure out each and every person that was at that dealership. Why was you there? What was you doing there? Interviewing anybody possible that was in there, caught on camera, regardless of, they talked to everybody, right? There's these 2 guys that walked in there, looked at the ex-rapper, right? Looked right at him, continued on walking, got bought a mask, left. Next thing you know, and the thing is this, I think what they wasn't expecting is that there's literally cameras all over the place. So, and the thing is this, I think even though that this particular situation wasn't a robbery, but it really showcases how like technology works and how like a suspect can get caught and stuff. But there's this movie called Patriots Day. It was about the Boston bombings that had happened a while ago. So there was this like Boston marathon that was going on. These 2 brothers dropped off these backpacks. They had explosives in the backpacks. Backpacks blew up. Killed some people, injured a lot of people, and then I think that's how they ended up catching the guys. So they were like looking like where they had dropped their backpacks off, right? So they looked in those areas, seen the guys drop off the backpack, and then instead of like, fast forwarding to see where they went, they rewinded. They start rewinding to each and every camera. It led all the way to their houses. And then I think, I don't know if that's true or not, but I think they have like that facial recognition. So if your name and, all your personal information is in a database, or FBI, whoever, I don't know who's a hold of that stuff, but heard some plane outside, so I was like, okay, nope, wait a second. But anyways, but no, like if they do like that facial recognition stuff, they'll be able to recognize your face, all that stuff. So I think that's what it was, is that they just kept rewinding and rewinding through all these different street cameras to see what car they came from and all that stuff. They probably thought they was never ever going to get caught, right? Never ever gonna get caught, right? They ended up getting caught. The one brother ended up I think he got shot and killed and ran over by a car. And then I think the other one, I think he either has life in prison or death. Hold on for a second. Boston Bombers. It's like as soon as I had just typed that in, there's like criminal status, incarcerated, convictions, criminal penalty, death. So he is most likely I don't know. He hasn't died yet, but yeah, he's a death sentence. Yeah, so there's like on June 24th, 2015, the guy faced his living victims in court as a death sentence was formally delivered. Victims and their families were able to present impact statements to the court. And the Boston bomber, who had been silent throughout his month-long trial, apologized to the injured and the bereaved in the bombings on death row. So yeah, death row. And then there's all like attorney. This was last year. Previous appeal. The following May, the response to the court to comply. The court ruling in March 2022. So maybe he's going to try to appeal it and reverse it and just end up getting life. Either way, the thing is this. That man, he's never going to be able to see daylight again. And that's the point that I'm trying to make, is that you live in this life of crime, you're going to get to a point in time where you're never going to be able to see daylight again. Never. And so that's why, like, I encourage young men out there, because that Boston bomber guy, the people that killed XXXTentacion, the people that killed Pop Smoke, the guy that claimed that he snatched the Ice Spice's chain, you guys are young men with your whole lives ahead of you, right? Young men with your whole lives ahead of you. You have a brain that is literally the size of the galaxy, bro. Of multiple galaxies. You literally can travel throughout your brain and come. I might sound like a little weird right now, like one of them people, them homeless dudes that be screaming down the street about whatever and stuff. But no, I'm being dead serious. You literally have a brain where you can come up with so many ideas on how to make money. That's what I'm doing. Because I'm like, I'm not going to live no life of crime. I'm not going to be in and out of prison. I'm not going to be in and out of jail. I'm living a life of a businessman. I want to start up a business. I want to create a business. So guess what I did? I created the name TMossBoss. I started posting YouTube almost 10,000. I posted over 9,000 videos all together with my main channel and my gaming channel alone. The amount of money I've made, bro, I've made enough money to where I can be able to buy sneakers for the next however many years, okay? I don't even know. But I've made a good amount of money through content creating. That's just with YouTube. Twitch, podcasting, TikTok, every other platform that's most likely going to come out afterwards, bro, I'm set. I am set. It may be a struggle, and I might find myself struggling at points in times, but I'm not going to go out and rob and kill people. I'm not, or even just going as far as to rob people. That's not me. That's not my character. That is not in my blood. That's something where I don't know why and how people even develop stuff like that. But people, young people, it needs to stop. Robbing people needs to stop. Okay? So I'm saying, like, no, I think what I really need to do is start focusing on this business channel. I created a business channel a while back, and I need to start making some content for that channel. So expect some business content to be coming out soon. But anyways, yeah, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 46 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss, and make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, follow me on Kick, because I've been streaming on Kick. I did my first stream yesterday. I did my second stream today, so follow me on Kick. TMossBoss on there too. What else? Make sure if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And if you're purchasing any energy drinks or sleep drinks from Poggers, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock 10% off of your next purchase. And if you're purchasing any controller accessories from Fatal Grips, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock 10% off your next purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.